Turn to page 394.
Turn to page 394.
He says this and gives Hermione the time turn, and he says, I think 3 turns will do it. So you have to turn it 3 times. Okay, and he said that 1 innocent life might be spared tonight if you go back in time. Okay, so I'm like, that is really interesting that he says this to Hermione right before Severus Snape says, turn to page 394. All of a sudden, literally out of nowhere, my guides are like, go to the notes of your phone, type in Tartaria. So I go to the notes of my phone, I type in the word Tartaria, because I'm sitting there, I type in Tartaria, I'm like, okay, what else, Spirit? Spirit's like, type it backwards. So I'm like, okay, so I type in Tartaria backwards. It's air at rat. Air at rat. And I'm like, that sounds freaking familiar, because I just watched a documentary with another friend of mine about Mount Ararat. So I'm like, okay, so I pull up Mount Ararat. This is where it gets crazy. Okay, so we're connecting right now the word of Tartaria, okay? The word of Tartaria, a direct connection of Tartaria linked with Harry Potter right here. Right here. It's huge. So I type in Mount Ararat and I pull it up and I'm reading about it and I'm like, wait, this is actually where they found Noah's Ark. So keep that in mind. But also I look down at the coordinates, you guys. The first coordinates, the 3 numbers are 394. 394, 39.4. Turn to page 394. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I literally could not believe my eyes. I'm like, what in the fuck is actually happening? So I'm like, this is a big deal. Because whenever Spirit takes me somewhere and it's significant like this and it connects like this, it always makes sense. Yeah, chills. And I'm like, exactly, Sabrina. Yeah, she knows because I've been talking to her about it. And I'm like, what the hell? This is wild. So I'm like, there's something significant here. I'm like, there's something big here. Then I'm talking to her about my friend Sabrina, Cosmic Oracles Tarot. She's in here. I'm talking to her about what I discovered last night because we've been talking about the Harry Potter thing. And she is like, wait. She's like, wait a second. You said Turner, the time turner. Turn to page 394. The time turner. She's like, Turner. She's like, didn't Tina Turner just pass away? And I'm like, yeah. Oh. She's like, yeah. I'm like, what? So I knew it. I knew it happened. I didn't make that connect. There's more connects too with this. Stay with me. There's more connects. So I'm like, oh my God, like that's wild. Like I didn't even think about that. Like I would have never made that connect if it weren't for Sabrina. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, what was Tina Turner's like famous song? She's like, it's Proud Mary, like Mary Magdalene. We had literally just been talking about Mary Magdalene and all these downloads that we've been receiving with that. So I'm like, okay, Proud Mary, Mary Magdalene, huge connect. Yes. Thank God for Sabrina because I'm like, what is all of this? Like, it's amazing. And then also,